Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to uproot that which has been planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up, a time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance, a time to throw away stones, and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get, and a time to lose, a time to keep, and a time to throw away, a time to tear, and a time to sow, a time to remain silent, and a time to speak up, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. What profit, advantage, gain, benefit does the worker receive from the labor? I have seen the employment which Yahuwah has given to the sons of man, so they might be affected by it. He has made everything beautiful in its time, but he has also set the world in their minds, so that no man can find out the work that Yahuwah makes from the beginning to the end. I know there is nothing better for men than to rejoice and to do right while they live. For when every man can eat and drink and enjoy the satisfaction of all his labor, that is a gift from Yahuwah. I know that whatever Yahuwah does, it will be forever. Nothing can be added to it, nor anything taken from it. Yahuwah acts, and man will give him reverence. That which was, now is, and that which is to be has already been. And Yahuwah requires an accounting of what is past. I'm so grateful I get this task to talk about these scriptures, believing that we can be receiving more from our labor. What profit do you get if you forget to give reverence to the Most High, working to get a couple of dollars to be the most fly? That ain't nothing. It's a time for everything. A time for you to weep. A time for you to creep on up the ladder. Not fast, because he wants you to last. It's a journey. You got to learn to be appreciative. You got to learn how to get through the hate so you can get to the love. And it take two to love. You cannot do any of it. There ain't no I in team. But there is an I in team if you put many I's together, because it take one I for the top bottom of the T, and then there's another I that you can put on top. For the T, you need two I. For the E, you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, you got 4, 5 I's in the E. The A, that's an I. Another I, then you put one across. You know, then so you got 3 I's there. The M is kind of like the A. You know, you got 1, 2, and then another 1, 2 with it. 4 more I's. So it's way more I's in team. It ain't just one I in team. There's a whole lot of I's in team. And we have to visualize that each one of those I's come together to build the team. so we can receive the employment of Yahuwah. He gives us a work, and our work ain't just for us. Our work ain't just for our family. Our work is for our community. What profit, advantage, gain, benefit does the worker receive from his labor? I've seen the employment which Yahuwah has given to the sons of men, so they might be afflicted by it. Your work history ain't always gonna make you happy when you think about the route that you had to go, when you think about that entry-level position that left you without, when you ain't know what you was en route to, when you didn't see the end in the beginning, when you ain't see the light at the end of the tunnel, where you still had fear about the pace and placement of your career. Then eventually one day the Creator get in your ear and give you purpose. Because he don't want nothing more for you than you to be able to eat, drink, and be merry from the fruits of the labor that you get from your own work. And he's going to give you the opportunity to be a resource to others. For when every man can eat and drink and enjoy the satisfaction of all his labor, that is the gift from Yahuwah. Yahuwah loves you enough to show you over time, through mistakes, through error, being taken advantage of, going through things, not being shown the love. Eventually the Creator show you each one of these learning lessons, each one of these blessings, because you've been through all the different times. You've had the time to heal. So now you got the time to build a new way of doing things that benefits not only you, but your whole community. And the works, it said, of all his labor. Because see, the things that you did when you first started working, you had no idea how 20 years later you could interject those experiences into your life. How now you can actually put those things learned into practice. That is your wisdom. And as you have many experiences, you have many best practices that you can apply and rely on what you know. Things definitely go to different stages, but the Creator has given us an opportunity to recognize those stages, to be able to take advantage of what was learned on every level. So eventually you get to the level with all your labor, all that you learned, all that you done been through, all your struggles, all your pains lead to your gain, because that's what gives you your expertise. I love the fact that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So everything I've been through, everything that is due shall come to pass. Long as I learn that Yahuwah acts and men will give him reverence. All I gotta do is take one step in the right direction. If I take one step in the right direction, the Creator can keep my feet on that path. And he told you right from the beginning that the only thing he wants from man is that I know there is nothing better for man than to rejoice and to do right while they live. Doing right will become undebatable, where it's irrefutable, that can't nobody even contest whether or not you did what you're supposed to do. Even if they don't like you, they gotta still give you the recognition that you did what you're supposed to do, regardless of what time it was, whether it was a time to hate or a time to love. You love doing what's right. So the Creator gonna delight in blessing you. Hallelujah.